Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking the time to watch this video. This review is going to be on the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. So I picked this one up in the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette 2-3 weeks ago at the Sephora VIB Fall Preview event. And so a lot of videos have gone up since then. I just, again, have not been able to put mine up. But on the plus side, I've had a lot of extra time to be able to use them and give you really thorough thoughts. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. So the box comes like this. This is your typical Rainforest of the Sea packaging. Nothing super special. I really like the packaging. It's just that this is usually what it comes in. And then you've got the little round palette like this. This is pretty standard, again, to the Rainforest of the Sea line. Volumes 1 and 2 were also like this. They were in this round packaging. It's just that this one looks almost like a mermaid's tail. Really cute. I love the teal. I think that's really nice. So let me go ahead and jump in by giving you the review or the description on the Sephora website, and then we'll go through swatches, thoughts, things like that. So let's just go ahead and get into that description. Okay, so the Sephora website says it's a creamy eyeshadow palette with 8 creamy vegan highlighting shades, no primer needed. I feel like I tend to differ. I mean, I feel like all eyeshadow requires primer, but anyways, that's probably personal preference. It says this highlighting eye palette features 8 shades that catch the light for instant eye illuminating effects. Oxygenated light reflecting spheres highlight lids for your smoothest, most even application with a plush texture that borders on bouncy. It's part cream, part powder. All you need is the warmth of your fingers to apply, while the antioxidant charged Rainforest of the Sea complex helps to hydrate and protect the lids. The long-wearing neutral shades feature a matte nude transition color to pair with a myriad of micro shimmers to make eyes appear brighter and more awake. As always, Tarte uses it's made without parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. Let's see. Beauty tip, you can also use each shade to highlight other areas of the face for a soft focus all over glow. And just for reference, this is $36. Now, let's jump into the swatches because I know, again, you've probably seen them left and right since I'm a little late to this party, but let's jump into the swatches so that you can see what they look like. So basically the intent of this is kind of like a highlighter for your eyes. And so most of these are in that kind of formula. So if you are not into the whole glowy, I wouldn't say shimmery, but in a way shimmery formula, then this isn't going to be for you. So let me go ahead and grab you swatches and I'll be right back. Okay, here are the first 4 with the shade on my 4th finger being the only matte shade in the bunch. The rest are that glowy, shimmery type of texture. So these are the first 4, just to let you know. They really don't have names, I don't believe. Yeah, they do. I'm sorry, like right in front of my face. Treasure, Escape, Tiki, and Heatwave. All this time I've been using this palette and I never noticed that the names were on there. Shows you how observant I am. So here is what the first 4 look like. So you can almost already see, and again, this one being the only matte, and so you would use that as a obviously transition shade. But you're going to notice that they look like highlighters, and that really is the intent of this palette, to give your eyes that glowy kind of look. So definitely neutrals and looks like a highlighter, so those are your first 4. Your other 4 are, let's see, Malibu, Raise, Compass, and Jewel. And just an FYI, I do have Malibu on my lid today on the outer and inner portion of my eyelid. Look at how pretty those are, like exactly like a highlight, but for your lids. Do you see that? Ugh. Okay, those are the other 4. Obviously, this one down here being the darkest of the palette. Again, neutral shades, almost in like a highlighter type of glow and texture. Looks really nice. So let me go on to my thoughts about this palette. And again, this isn't going to be a very long video because not a whole lot to swatch, but first off, I have used it several times. I used it before I realized, well, no, I didn't even realize you were supposed to use it with your fingers, to be honest. So I was using it with a brush, and I could not understand why it was swatching so amazing, but when it was getting lost in translation, when I would change it, you know, to a brush and put it on my lid, and I was just like, why do some palettes do that? But then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go in with my finger and just see if it applies better that way. And holy cow, it made such a difference. I mean, it went on so powerful. It just totally, I mean, 100% like a glow for your eyes. Like highlighter, but on your eyelids. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm totally down with, I mean, I wash my hands before I apply my makeup anyway, so I'm down with applying it on, you know, with my finger. No big deal. But now that I read the description, I realize that is the intent of the palette, is to be applied with your finger. So if you're not into that kind of thing, then again, this won't be for you. But in order to be able to take advantage of the beauty of this palette, you do need to apply with your fingers. So just keep that in mind. I will zoom you in here in a second. I'm wearing a combination of this palette and the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. So, but I am going to, off the bat, tell you I am in love with this palette. I'm absolutely dazzled. For $36, the quality of these shadows is incredible. And I'm going to say this is my favorite Rainforest of the Sea Eyeshadow palette. Out of the three that have released, this one is my favorite. I am all for highlight, y'all know that. And so to have highlight on my eyes, yes, please. This thing is so amazing. So let me zoom you in real quick so that you can see what I did. And again, it can be at times a little cumbersome applying to your eye with a finger because, so for example, so I have it on the outer and inner portion of my lid, but getting it in here I find is a little bit more difficult because my fingers are not very thin. And so I end up kind of getting it all over the place. I use my pinky to go, you know, I use my ring finger for the outer portion and I use my pinky for the inner. And I mean, technically it worked. To get the kind of payoff that I got, I would totally do it. I'm not opposed. But that is what it looks like. Do you see how glowy and glittery it looks? Not glittery, I'm sorry. That's absolutely the wrong word. It's shimmery. I know those of you who are not into glitter, scratch that. It's not glittery, it is shimmery. Shimmery and glowy being the key word, but definitely it does have shimmer. Now, I want to point out that, for example, this one right here, which is the shade Escape, it's started developing a little bit of hard pan, and I think that's to be expected because of the fingers. However, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. What's weird is that it started developing hard pan when I was still using a brush. So, not sure what's going on there, but again, that's not a turn off for me. You scratch that off and you keep on moving on with your life. For something this amazing. Now, I really think $36 is an awesome price point. You do get 8 shades, and of course, those of y'all who are extra interested, again, as I just read, Tarte doesn't use like parabens and sulfates. They're vegan. They don't test on animals, and so I know for a lot of people that's very important. It's important to me too. The only thing is, I don't stay as up to date on which companies do and don't. And so, I'm sure I do end up buying products that are tested on animals. I have told y'all before, beagles are the most tested on animal in the animal world. And I own a beagle. I have a beagle, and he is just everything. He means everything to me, and it just breaks my heart that, you know, that happens. And so definitely, if you can find a brand that goes vegan and does not test on animals, it's cruelty free, that's even better. So happy with this. I mean, 2 thumbs up, totally dazzled. I really do think it's worth your while. It is limited edition, although these tend to not sell out as fast. I think these usually stay around for a while. So I checked on the website, it is still there. You can grab it and not have a hard time. So I hope that's helped you. I know this wasn't very long, but just wanted to give you my thoughts on it, how I feel about it. And because they can kind of sometimes be hit or miss, you know, when brands release so many products like this. And this was just, this was stellar for me. I love it. So let me go ahead and give you the verse of the day before I let you go. You know I have to do that. Today's comes from Titus 3:5, and it says, "He saved us, not because of righteous things we had done, but because of his mercy." Okay guys, I hope y'all are having a wonderful week, a wonderful day. Please stick around because very, very soon I will be uploading my review of the Too Faced Glitter Bomb eyeshadow palette, and so that will be up here in the next day or two as well. So thank you again for sticking around. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, if you're new to my channel. I'd love to have you on this YouTube journey with me. Again, I haven't been posting as often just because it's been so incredibly hectic in my world, but I will very soon get back to posting a little bit more regularly. Thank you guys again. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.